Got it. Good. Now let's get the heck out of here. Are you unconscious? You unconscious? I wonder how many people, when they go through this part of the game, just assume that the game re-equips you with all of your stuff, and they just move along. Garcia? Our little partnership ends here. You're on your own now. Huh? Despite everything, I still got a responsibility as the leader of Rivache's rank and file. Heck, not just to them. I owe it to Ardon as well. I can't just abandon them and save myself. Wait. Why even help me come this far if you had no intention of escaping? You can't seriously be thinking of facing the defense force alone. They're too much, even for you. Let me... This ain't your battle to fight, kid. You got a truth to get to the bottom of. You said it your own self. Besides, your crew is waiting for you. Not to mention that little girl of yours. Do you really have time to waste on a no-account convict like me? Thank you, Garcia. As a member of the CPD, I can't advocate you staging a breakout, so I guess all I can say is take care of yourself. As if I need you to tell me that. But I wanted to keep Garcia. Lloyd Bannings. That's some little brother he's left behind. The kid's got a good head on his shoulders, I'll give him that much. There he is. Don't let him get away. Right where I want him. Bring it on. The killing bears are ready to maul your worthless behinds. You go for it, Garcia. Watch over him, my dears. Ooh, these flowers are just everywhere now. There's pleroma grass blooming here too. And one of those annoying sheep in the corner. It must have happened while I was in custody. Is this because of Kia? Everything begins once I cut my way through here. For now, I have to focus on getting to the highway. There's a path out of all of this. I know it. I just have to keep my wits about me. Garcia has left the party. Boo. I want to keep Garcia. Can I get some sepith while I'm here? I can. Do. Thank you. Okay. Please let me have my Tio back. That'd be pretty fantastic. Come back here, you stupid pepper. Thank you. Okay. Goodbye. Might as well get free sepith on the road. Not good. Oh, I so cannot fight a tank right now. Not gonna happen. I've got to break their line of sight somehow. Target confirmed. It's Lloyd Bannings. No, it's not. Execute pincer formation. Dang, no way around it. Just jump off the cliff, you'll be fine. Oh, he's really gonna go jump off the cliff. Who is blowing the whistle constantly, and can they stop? Their uniforms may be different, but they're just as unshakable as ever. Come on, Lloyd Bannings, you can do this. Oh, hi! Fugitive spotted. Hi! Oh, we're fine. Thank you for missing. Thank you for somehow dealing no damage. I got a petrify. Let's go. 1 damage. Good on them for realizing that this would be a really annoying section of the game if they dealt actual damage. Wait, so the humans are unconscious on the ground right now, but the dog is gone. Did we kill the dog, but we left the humans? Rude. My best bet of sneaking into Crossbell City is going to be from the freight line. Come heck or high water, I have to make it out of here in one piece, and no matter what it takes. Oh, that did not last long. A commendable effort. Who would have thought a simple detective could hold out so long against the born-again defense force? That's what you're calling yourselves? Born again? Okay. Isn't he a former teammate of Second Lieutenant Seekers? Maybe we shouldn't be so surprised. Enough talk. Disarm him. Now. Remember, our orders are to take him alive. I don't think so. Dang. He can still move? Help me understand. Why bother going this far? Can you just not stomach your precious Crossbell changing so much? Wake up. No matter how much you struggle, you'll never make a difference all on your own. That's not true. The only thing stopping us from making a difference is refusing to stand up and try. I refuse to be swept away by this. I refuse to just close my eyes and let the truth pass me by. The people I care about need me, and I swear I'll take them back. So understand this. I will never give up. No matter how many times you knock me down, I won't surrender. You can break my legs, but I'll always get back on my feet. What is with this guy? What a shame. Charge him on my command, men. Let's see him get up after this. Roger. Aim for the legs. Don't back down, Lloyd. Not until the bitter end. We only care about the girls. Oh, never mind. Please, give me your strength. I'm disappointed in you. You seem to have forgotten to include someone in your prayer. Huh? What was that? It sounds like it's coming from inside my head. My doggo? Is it my doggo? What the? Oh my god, my dog is so awesome. Was my dog a cryptid the whole time? Huh? What? Leave now, soldiers of this false paradise. This man falls under my charge. Confounded beast. Don't you dare shoot my dog, you peasant. Who do you think you are? The Crossbell Defense Force would never let themselves surrender to a mere cryptid. So he is a cryptid. Did you eat his hat? Where did his hat go? Well, must I repeat myself? No, that is, quite alright. Retreat! Okay, well, bye. It would seem I gave them a great deal more shock than I had intended. It's been ages since I've assumed this form, after all. Perhaps I may have forgotten just how to restrain myself. There are so many things I could say about this right now. But I'll keep it short and just ask one question. And that would be? What the heck, Zeit? How is your timing always this good? Because he's the best doggo. What more explanation do you want? This is definitely a better form of transportation than the car. Take the car back. I want to ride around on the giant doggo. A holy beast sent by Aidios? You? While that is not entirely correct, it will be a simpler if you think of me in such terms. You already know of the septarians bestowed upon mankind by the grace of the goddess in times past. We holy beasts are tasked with keeping vigil over those treasures, as well as their keepers. When you say we, does that include the dragon that appeared during the Liberal incident? The game I didn't play. Rip. An excellent deduction. That dragon is known as Ragnar. He is indeed one of my brethren. He remained in the land now known as Liberal for centuries to observe the Septarian of space. However, even I am unaware of his current location, now that his oath has been fulfilled. This is all a little tough to follow. But would that mean you've been here in Crossbell since the distant past yourself? That is correct. I have dwelled in this land since the Great Collapse over 1,200 years ago. As for the reason the Septarian of Mirage vanished from its domain, as well as the actions man took in their misguided attempts to revive it, both are knowledge that I hold to a certain extent. Okay, well, would you care to share with the class? Those are things the others and I never had the means to unearth on our own. Welcome to stream, Gashismo. I didn't skip Sky on purpose. When I started Zero, it was just the earliest game that I owned, and I didn't really think they would be so deeply connected. Hopefully they'll be released on modern consoles and I'll be able to play them not on Steam. The Septarian of Mirage, gifted by the goddess and inherited by the Croix family. I do have a Steam Deck. I just don't have a reliable way to stream from my Steam Deck, so if I wanted to just play them on my own time, I definitely could. I just wouldn't be able to stream them. Which might just be what winds up happening. Why did it disappear? And why does Kia, of all people, bear the burden of trying to replace it? Please, Zeit. I have to know the truth. Not just about what happened 1,200 years ago, but how it relates to what Kia went through 700 years later. Very well. I presented myself in this form with every intention of telling you. The Septarian that Eidos bestowed upon this land. Its name was Demiurgus, the treasure that governed the power of Mirage. Flashback? Mirage is the element that controls perception and cognition. So too does it hold dominion over causality. A portion of this land's people had a goal for its power, and at the center of their shared aspirations was the Croix family. That goal was to unseat Eidos as a supreme deity in lieu of a god that could walk amongst mankind. They wanted to use the gift given by Eidos to unseat Eidos. I mean, okay. A god that could guide its people through empathy and infinite wisdom. A god that could change the very fabric of fate itself. On the surface, its power resembles that of the Oriole, which could grant man's desires without end. However, Demiurgus was bestowed with a high-minded dignity, and so was not subject to the same faults as the Shining Ring. Within it was the wisdom and judgment to guide humanity without corrupting it in the process. In wielding this power, Demiurgus was thus capable of shepherding mankind onto its proper path. And it would have done so had its own heart not reached its limits. The world is an irrational place, and the people who live upon it are comprised of their numerous natures and deeds. To understand them and steer their course, the Septarian required a sense of empathy, just as humans have. With time, that empathy deteriorated Demiurgus' heart, giving way to an enervating anguish. It feared that if things continued, it would come to harm those it sought to protect. Thus, with a heavy heart, it steeled its resolve and made its decision. And so, by unthreading the nexus of its own causality, the Septarian of Mirage disappeared from this world. Good for it. Keeping to its principles to the very end. So that's what happened. But what about the people it left behind? What did they do? In the wake of the Septarian's departure, they were left bewildered, sorrowed, and frightened. But instead of reflecting upon the motivations behind Demiurgus' choice, they strayed from the path it had sought to lead them to. Thereafter, those zealots became obsessed with creating an entity commensurate to the Septarian they had lost. In the beginning, They were clueless, merely stumbling through the darkness. But after 700 years, they had gathered enough knowledge to not only develop, but master their own unique practice. Alchemy, a magical art capable of giving form to the formless. It was then that a grand plan was formulated. They founded the cults as a pawn to play from the shadows. They entrusted them with rearing the future core of the new Septarian. The land of Crossbell would then need to be primed for their grand ceremony, the pinnacle of alchemical transmutation. These were the measures outlined by the alchemists of the Croix family several hundred years ago. To ensure their plan was financially feasible, the Croix family adopted a public image as prestigious bankers. Meanwhile, the cult began the steps to eventually awaken the core that had become the object of their worship. Now, 500 years later, we have arrived at our current predicament. It's all so unbelievable. It's gonna be so weird if I ever go back and replay Zero. Having the Croix family be like our staunch allies. But I feel like I can finally grasp the big picture. Zeit. Maribel called Kia the Sectarian of Zero. Wait, you didn't play? No, I did play Zero. I did play Zero. I started with Zero. That would have been funny if I had skipped Zero. What did she mean by that? Does that make her different from the Septarian of Mirage? Oh, thank you. That's the equipment I had on Lloyd. Fantastic. Does that make her different from the Septarian of Mirage? Unfortunately, I do not have the answer you seek. It could be that the Croix family made an unexpected discovery as their 1200-year delusion began to materialize. If that is the case, they may not have created an entity to equal Demiurgus. That is to say, the Septarian of Zero may very well surpass the might of the original. The Ion of White is one such example. The power it demonstrated was not that of its own, but rather of a Septarian. However, the Septarian of Mirage did not possess the ability to manipulate reality so instantaneously. That faculty is more akin to a different higher element, space. So they made Kia a weird fusion of the Septarian of Space and Mirage? Assuming there is even more to their artificial Septarian than we currently know, I cannot begin to fathom what it may be capable of. I was afraid you'd say that. There's one more thing I'd like to ask. Based on what you've told me, Kia, she isn't really human, is she? You still thought she was human this whole time? She's been alive for hundreds of years, though. She is, and yet she is not. Kia is a synthetically created being designed to serve as the core of a manufactured Septarian. She is most likely a homunculus that was created through advanced transmutation. What makes us human? According to them, a sense of empathy, which I guess she has, so human. Didn't I see all 7 elements getting juiced into her? I didn't really think about it at the time. I did comment on the rainbow, but you know, didn't actually put thought into it. Kia probably realized the truth herself a long time ago. And yet, never once did she stop smiling for us.